All right, what is up, Speed Truth Sports? This is Bert. I'm joined by Sparsh, but this time we got a special guest with us. Go ahead,
What's up?
station.
I'm Luke, longtime Suns fan, longtime friend of Bertum. Here to talk about the Suns game.
All right, all right. So, what a game, Luke. Do you
That
want
was so crazy, dude. That was so crazy. We'll get to the slander later. We can talk about like the Suns first,
we
because
slander? We
oh,
slander someone every single episode at this point. Like
this is
every
gonna be a
video,
slander pod, like a weekly thing.
every video, we're slandering a new person. Like first, it was Ben Simmons, then it was Kristaps Porzingis, then it was Doc Rivers.
Oh my god.
Oh, we haven't gotten. The audience hasn't seen the Doc Rivers one. That's coming out.
No, that's coming
When
soon.
that's coming out tomorrow from when this video is going up. All right, Luke, how do you feel about this, man? How do you feel about your Suns?
I feel a step closer to being a championship team is what I feel. I also feel more hatred towards refs for being biased to LA teams, but whatever. Won't go more on that.
The refs were pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, the refs were really, really bad in this game. The
last 2 minutes took like 15 minutes.
There was one play where Devin Booker was driving and he flailed his arm out and like kind of hit Patrick Beverly on like under the armpit. And then the refs called a whistle, but they didn't call a foul. They just blew the whistle.
And I was so confused by that because like I didn't know whether that was sort of like a foul or not. The play just kind of went on, like, but I didn't know.
Yeah, and then they went to the replay and then they came up with a foul and then they just
what happened was they blew the whistle, and then after they blew the whistle, it took them about like 10 to 15 seconds. They're like, harmful intent. And then they're like, let's go review. And then I think they just called a blocking foul or just some offensive foul.
They can, with harmful intent, I think I heard that they can assign any penalty, any penalty they want. So for them, it was just like, we know there was a foul here. Let's just do something. And then they just gave the ball to the Clippers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind, though. It gave us some time to plan, I guess.
Okay, but DeAndre Ayton in this game, not even just in that last shot, not even just talking about that. The whole game, bro. I feel like his presence was felt the entire, especially early on. And I mean, look, everyone's gonna be talking about how the Suns could have drafted Luka, the Suns could have drafted Trey. But you know what? DeAndre Ayton was not a bad pick. DeAndre Ayton was not a bad pick.
That's what I texted you earlier. And also I looked back on it, because I was like, I couldn't remember the roster exactly. We had 5 point guards at the time. So we weren't going to draft another one. So I'm happy with our DeAndre Ayton pick. I'm very happy with our DeAndre Ayton pick.
Mm-hmm. DeAndre Ayton has just been like an absolute sort of diamond in the rough here. Like just looking at his stats, this guy dropped 24 and 14, right? Like the main advantages for the Clippers in the previous two series were that like the bigs, you had Rudy Gobert and I guess Kristaps Porzingis. Those two are like really sort of immobile when you compare it to DeAndre Ayton. And then like right off the pick and roll, this guy's just so fast, and he's also just stunning Zubac as well. Zubac is like his poster child in this series, man. He's just getting dunked on so much, man. It's crazy.
Like so not strong for a center. Like he's big, but he's not strong because Devin Booker's on the final play. Devin Booker was one who set the screen, and
which was an incredible screen.
Slowed him down enough for
that was really great.
Crowder, like
I don't know. And with his nose is definitely broken. That thing was crooked as heck. It was all.
It's just like those Steve Nash times, right?
I know. And it was in the Western Conference Finals when Steve Nash did it too.
That's
but then they lose.
I don't think it's happening this time though. I originally had the Clippers winning this, but then after I see the first game, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm pretty dumb for making this kind of pick. Like to see how complete the Suns are, even with like Chris Paul out. You see Cameron Payne just filling in that role very well, and his speed that he brings onto the court, creating those pick and roll plays with DeAndre Ayton, right? And then he just goes right to the paint so fast as well, like making those plays like right off the glass. And it's funny because like back then, when there was a story that came out about one of his workouts with Chicago. And one of the insider staff said, yeah, this is a workout. After this workout, we can just tell that he's not meant for the team, right? This guy got let go around so many times. And after that, we're finally starting to see him find that perfect spot here with the Phoenix Suns, taking in that spot for CP3. And that's crazy, right? The Suns are having really great control of the series, and Chris Paul's not even in it.
And
Right?
can we talk about campaign for a second?
Hey, wait, real quick. He almost sold the game, bro. He almost
Oh, yeah,
sold
I
the
know.
game.
That was pretty. Yeah, that
That
was
was dumb.
pretty close, but
All
still
right, go
29-9. That's amazing, dude.
Luke, what do you want to say about campaign?
Campaign has gone from playing overseas and playing in G leagues to playing a starting role without Chris Paul and scoring 29 points, which is more 29 points, 9 assists. He scored more than anyone else in the game. He scored more than playoff P. I'm telling you, campaign is slept on, and he's going to keep getting slept on.
All right, I think we've held off on the topic long enough. Can we talk about how Paul George bricked those 2 free throws?
Yeah.
That was so bad.
I mean, give credit to him though. Like in those final 2 minutes 41, he had 9 points. Like he went 3 for 3 from there. But man, dude, you're trading
doesn't matter.
the book, and then
doesn't
after
matter.
that, it's just like how do you brick it like that?
I think
None of that. You can score 100 points in the fourth quarter, but it does not matter if you miss the last 2 free throws to win. It does not.
I don't even know what to say, man.
well, I don't know what else we
And this
expect.
has
Look at the track record. We had nothing else to expect. Our standards should be lower than that. But I feel like even how low the playoff P standards are, there's no way anyone could have expected he'd miss 2 free throws at the end of the game.
You know what?
2 free throws in a row.
Up until right now, he was having a decent playoff run. He had a couple bad games, but for the most part, he was doing pretty good. But I feel like this is the turnaround in the series, like the momentum shifter in the series right now. Because if they get Chris Paul back for game 3 and they win one more against the Clippers, I feel like it's going to be over. Just because, and I feel like Paul George right now is probably not mentally well. I would not imagine all of Twitter is slandering him.
He better turn off his social media for the night, man. Or maybe not for night, just probably for a really long time, dude.
You know what? He's taking all the heat off Ben Simmons though. Nobody's hating on Ben Simmons right now. Everyone's focused on.
Oh yeah. Speaking about that, one of my friends, Alex G, he sent me this quote. Actually, I'm gonna shout him out here. He said, "If Ben Simmons is fool's gold," he watched our video, right? And he said, "If Ben Simmons is fool gold, then PG is donkey silver." I'm just like, oh man, it's already starting, dude.
I will say
all this PG stuff.
I have one big worry about when Kawhi comes back, because Kawhi and PG can both guard multiple positions, but Chris Paul isn't going to be able to guard a 3 or even Paul George at the 2. So we're a little mismatched on when we're on offense. They have more defense on us than we have defense on their offense, because they have more big boys, more defensive boys. Like Chris Paul can play good defense, but he's not going to be guarding Paul George. He's going to be guarding Patrick Beverly. Then we're going to be stuck with Devin Booker on Paul George, and Mikal Bridges, the snub for all defensive team, is going to be on Kawhi.
That's facts. He was a snub. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, but it's not a when Kawhi comes back. It's more of an if Kawhi comes back, because we still don't know how severe his knee sprain is. Some people reporting early on that it was an ACL injury. People reporting afterwards that it's just a little sprain. So we don't know how severe the injury is. We don't even know his timetable right now. I don't believe. I haven't seen any updates about it.
Yeah, usually for the playoffs, they don't really sort of announce the timetables, because that might give the teams another chance to sort of create some sort of coaching plan around that. But
yeah, but
I'm not sure really.
But you usually hear oh, Kawhi will be back. He's targeting game something.
Yeah,
that's true.
The only thing I saw was that the only announcement so far was before the series, and they said he would be out for game 1 and game 2. So he's probably a game time decision for game 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're gonna need him if they want to win the series. But all right, we got to talk about the Suns are also in the most dangerous position right now, because they're up 2-0. The Clippers have won every single time so far in the playoffs. They've won the series when they were down 0-2. Look, man, if Ty Lue goes crazy with the adjustments, do you think Monty Williams is going to be able to keep up?
Hell yeah.
Do you trust
Coach
him?
of the Year snub is Coach of the Year snub is going to pull some sauce, knock on wood. But I think he'll be fine. I mean, Monty Williams is a great coach. Even before we had Chris Paul, when we were in the bubble with Ricky Rubio and Devin Booker and that whole team, we went 8-0, and I'm not flexing the 8-0 all fancy like other Suns fans, but I'm saying that's another thing. We beat the Clippers in the bubble without Chris Paul. We had Ricky Rubio, who's on a Garbo team now.
Ricky's back in the Timberwolves, right?
Yeah,
he's back there. Oh man.
And is he starting over D'Angelo Russell?
No. I
No.
don't think so, man. I really don't think so.
They're starting together. What they were doing was they were running Ricky Rubio, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. That was like their.
Yes.
Basically, I think we'll be fine. I mean, we beat them the bubble is only one game, but we beat them with a less diverse team. We didn't have Torrey Craig. We didn't have
Frank Kaminsky.
Chris Paul. We didn't have Frank Kaminsky. I swear, if Monty Williams starts Kaminsky, I'm going to blow a fuse. We will be up by 10 or something, and we'll put Frank Kaminsky in at the 5. If that's only when Dario Saric sucks. We'll put Frank Kaminsky in at the 5, and then we'll be like up by 2, and we got to put Ayton or Saric back in, or we'll just play a small lineup.
Luke, that's why I'm concerned about Monty Williams, bro. What if he just decides I'm gonna throw Kaminsky in? What if he can't lose adjustments and he just throws Kaminsky in there? It's gonna make it worse.
Let's just put Jalen Smith in.
You know what? You might as well. I mean,
I don't trust Kaminsky. I don't trust him at all.
No team trusts Kaminsky except for the Suns, apparently.
Well, we waived him, and then he went to the Kings, and then the Kings waived him, and then we picked him back up. Why did we waive him once and pick him back up? Don't make no sense.
Hey, man, you might have, y'all should have traded him to the Kings. Then when they waived him, you should have picked him back up. Then it would have been a finesse. Then you would have gotten free assets.
No, he was a free agent, I think. So, and we were just like, you don't want, you can go. And we snagged him again at the end of the free agency.
Yeah, I don't think that the Clippers would be able to come back from this. Mostly because, this Suns team is looking like the most complete team that they've ever faced, right? And they also got Jay Crowder this year as well, right?
Yeah.
That guy, he can shoot amazing from the 3, and like there are some games where he's even had like 9 blocks, right? Like he can play amazing defense and he can shoot from the 3 really well. And he even has that track record. Like he played for like multiple teams in like these past few years or several years, right? And he's brought a lot of, not saying that he brought him, but like his role has helped these teams get really far into the playoffs. Like Miami's like a really key example of it, right? Mm-hmm. And you saw during these first round that they were clearly missing him when they were playing the Bucks, right? So Jay Crowder is also a really big fit for this team. And I mean, yeah, they just look so complete all over the floor, right? Being able to stretch from the 3, the mid-range, and also being able to defend pretty well too, right? And then they also got like a big who's really mobile, can easily play the pick and roll with him, and he's dropping like 20 and 15 like each game, right?
And I think it's also has to do with the big veteran presence this year that brought the team to the next level. Like Cam Payne would not be doing all this without Chris Paul, and same for Ayton. Ayton wouldn't have this like popping off season without Chris Paul. Cam Payne wouldn't. I mean, they've just like elevated to the next level because they have that guy. And we also have other veterans like Torrey Craig, Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, Torrey Craig, Etuan Moore. They're all like veteran guys that like have playoff experience and can tell like the younger guys what to do in these situations who haven't been to a playoffs in their entire career.
Yeah, they need to play Javon Carter more, bro. Playoff Javon is a real thing.
That's what I was going to say too. If we're struggling against the Clippers when Kawhi comes back, we have players that we have not played like this entire series except for blowouts against Nuggets that will probably be good matchups. Javon Carter can shut down Patrick Beverly. We've got Langston Galloway if we need heavy scoring. We can have a all small lineup where we have Langston Galloway in, Devin Booker in, Cam Payne in, Chris Paul in, and then we'll have someone else in. And that we literally have like and Cam Johnson. We'll put Cam Johnson at the 5 if they have a small lineup, because then we're literally all 3 plus Carter and Johnson defense.
Nah,
I'm
nah, nah.
just saying.
Your best chance against their small lineup is just to put Aiton because he'll feast on them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but then he's too slow. Unless we just keep him in the, because we're gonna to play Aiton good defense. We're gonna have to put him like he's fast. But he ain't catching up to a point guard if he's got to like catch him on a drive.
I mean, he
And we
won't be
can't
he
keep
won't
him
be
in.
guarding a point guard.
Huh?
He'll probably be on a wing. They'll probably put like I don't know, like maybe like Marcus Morris at the 5. But all right, here's the thing with the Clippers that they played their best basketball small ball. They
Yeah.
beat Utah Jazz going small ball. They beat the Dallas Mavericks going small ball. Now they have to rely on Zubats, and he doesn't have the requisite experience, I feel like, to really step up in this moment. And they're not playing their strength right now. And I think that's what the Suns they're doing. They're kind of exploiting the lack of the Clippers' strengths.
I agree with that. I mean, Zubac looked like a child tonight. Aiton dunked on him twice. Jay Crowder almost ended his career if he didn't get fouled. Did you see like Jay Crowder
crazy,
like
man.
pulled it back and went in on it, but then he got fouled and missed it. That would have been the end of Zubac's career. He would have been on the Shanghai Sharks with Kuzma and Simmons.
All right. How do you feel about the series going forward, Sparsh?
Confident in the Suns, man. I'm really confident in their style of play. And, CP3 has still yet to return. And they're looking so great already and having great control of the series. I think CP3 is going to make a return in Game 3. That is like Thursday, right? Yeah, and I think the Suns are going to be able to win this series in probably around 6 games, I think. That's sort of my modified prediction now, even though I had the Clippers initially. But after seeing that, I'm like, okay, Suns in 6 is probably a more realistic choice.
We know where I was. I've been Suns in 6. I've been saying from the start, bro, if the Suns, whoever won the Suns versus Lakers matchup was gonna get to the finals.
Oh, you did say that.
And yeah, I've been saying,
yeah.
But I say you were saying from the start that the Lakers were going to beat the Suns, and I said no. I got the Suns because I don't trust. I know that the media is going to milk the injuries on. We had Chris Paul injured. He was playing some dookie in the beginning. He was literally a liability that just allowed Devin Booker to get double teamed. But I've been saying healthy Suns beat healthy Lakers.
Nah, I that's big cap. Anthony Davis is just you like nobody can stop Anthony Davis on your team, not even DeAndre Ayton. And if you saw do you remember the game right before the end of the season? They had no LeBron James. It was just Anthony Davis cooking you for 48 minutes. It was just Anthony Davis going off on you, and y'all lost the game. Y'all had a fully healthy team at that point.
I'm blaming that on Monty because he kept putting Dario Saric in. What the hell is Dario Saric going to do against Anthony Davis?
They were trying because
Nothing.
Ayton wasn't doing anything. They had to try other people. I mean, Ayton wasn't really
was
doing
the
much
best
either.
bet.
All right, Luke, Suns and what?
I'm gonna say as a safe bet, Suns in 5. Because if I say Suns in 4, I'm gonna look like a fool. But Suns in let's say Suns in 5 or Suns in 6.
Okay.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Honestly, I am a little worried right now though, because I feel like those 2 wins that they had were pretty close, and they were at home. They had their home crowd behind them. How are they going to do on the road now? Are the Suns fans going to travel to LA? Or are they going to?
Hey, look at the Nuggets game. Look at the Suns in 4 guy at the Nuggets game.
Should the Lakers, Lakers fans, go out, buy a Suns jersey and just show up to the game and root for the Suns? If you don't, I know Lakers fans hate the Clippers. Like, if you want the Clippers to lose,
no, Lakers fans hate the Suns more right now. We knocked out LeBron. We knocked out their LeGoat.
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Trust, Lakers fans would hate if the Clippers won the championship because then they wouldn't stop talking.
Skip Bayless only, you mean?
Yeah, there's more.
We have like a dedicated section on the podcast to piss off Lakers fans. Have fun with your LaMickey wing. Anthony Day-to-Day Davis.
Hey, bro. No. LeBron James has 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists today. Where was he?
Oh my God. We're not going
there. He's in Cancun, homie. He's in Cancun.
All right. We should end it here before we get a little too wild. All right. Subscribe, do all that good stuff if you enjoyed. I've been Bert.
I'm Sparsh.
I'm Luke.
We'll catch you guys on another video of Speak True Sports. Thank you.
Take it easy.